guys, it's Kitty, and in today's video I'm going to be taking you through step by step the easy way of how to use the SureFlap SureFeed Microchip pet feeder. So, are you ready? Are you ready, Rocksteady? Let's go! If you haven't already grabbed one of these feeders, you can actually check out my full review. It's in a separate video in the links below and also at the end of this video. Big thank you to everybody who's been watching, liking, commenting and subscribing. You guys are the best and I really appreciate it, so thank you. If you haven't already subscribed, it's super easy. All you have to do, of course, is just hit that subscribe button and then also the bell, and then you'll know when I'm uploading new videos. If you do enjoy today's video, guys, I'd really appreciate it if you'd hit it with a like. That would just be the best. You would not believe how excited I get when people like my videos, or pop a comment, even better. And also, if you don't mind sharing to other cat lovers, that would also be amazing. Or a meowsing. It's like amazing, but with a meow. So you've decided to buy a feeder. Yay! Okay. Now, if you've decided to buy the feeder, the next step, of course, is training your pet how to use the feeder. So let's go through the different parts of the feeder and how to train your pet. So I bought 3 of these SureFlap SureFeed Microchip pet feeders for my 3 girls. I've got 3 rescue cats. They're beautiful. I love them. The accessories that this feeder comes with are 2 bowls, usually in the grey. It comes with this one, which is all in one, or this one, which is split, and also a little feeding mat. Now, if you're like me and you believe that your pets are true individuals, then you might like to customize your feeders, and you can do that. They've got accessories, official accessories that come in different colors, which include this kind of set. This is the pink set, but there's lots of colors that you can choose. I'll pop the links in the comments below. Now, officially, you should not put these in the dishwasher, but I have and they survived, but I'm not recommending that because officially you're not supposed to do it. Okay, so you've got your new feeder. It's amazing, okay? First things first, pop your batteries in. These take 4 C-type batteries. There are 2 little doors here. They open up, batteries go inside. So pop your 4 batteries in, good to go. There is a light up here. So this glows green, orange and red. So if it's flashing green, it's in learning mode. If it's constantly green, then it's learnt your pet's microchip and it's in use, you know, or both. So when my cats are eating and they've opened their lid, it'll be glowing green. When it's flashing orange, it's in training mode. So when you're setting the lid a different length, I'll show you that in a minute, it'll be flashing orange. And if it's flashing red, it means change the batteries. Now, I'd say that's probably one of the most important things to look for, obviously, because if it's flashing red, if your batteries run out, then your pet can't get the food out. So that's important, okay? Next thing, you need to put some food in here to tempt your pets. So you'll need to know this big button here. This big button here opens and closes the lid. Simple. Grab your food, pop it in there, close your lid. Alright, so we've got food in the feeder, we've got batteries in the feeder. The next thing we need is a pet to be using the feeder. So the next thing you need to know is how to train this thing, how to know which pet it should be letting into the feeder. So on the back there is a little button with a pet on it. That is the button you need for this next section. You press this button once with the little pet on it and this light will start flashing green. When it's flashing, it's learning. It's trying to work out who owns the feeder. So the idea is while that green light is flashing, get that pet who's gonna own this feeder and make sure their little head goes in here between what I call the halo. It's the microchip detector section of the feeder, and all you have to do is get them to put their head in there. It will start glowing constantly green and you're golden. Yeah, it's learnt your pet. The end. Pretty simple. Okay, if you have problems, if you have another random animal just in there at the wrong time, you can reset it. talk about the reset at the end. I should mention that if your pet doesn't have a microchip, this feeder also comes with a lanyard, and you can use that on your pet's collar, and that will be detected instead and let your pet into the feeder. So now we need to train our pets how to use the feeder. If you have an especially wary pet who's really not into the feeder, doesn't even want to put their head inside the halo really, what I would suggest is starting by having their bowl just sitting on the mat at the front. That's the best way to get them used to it. Then, hopefully they'll get used to that. Then you go into the training steps. So there is a function button here at the back. If you press that once, you'll see the lid open. Now initially, the idea is just to get them eating inside this little halo area. So pop their bowl in there, that's it. Then, once they're getting used to that, okay, you press the button again, that function button, and you'll see it's opened just a little bit. The lid is kind of starting to open a little bit, and every time they come up, it'll just zip back this much. It's just getting them used to that noise of that little zip, you know, the door opening and closing. That's all it's doing, bit by bit. But by not having it completely open and close each time initially, it's less scary for them basically. Gauge with each pet how they're doing. Each one's going to be completely different. So you might have multiple pets and they'll all be at different stages, you know, of that lid opening and closing. During the training process, please still keep an eye on your multi-cat household because not all of the feeders will be closing completely until the training process is finished. So it's important to keep your eyes on everybody just until that's done. So a little bonus tip would be that if you want to pop food in the feeder, open it using the big button, but then once your cat comes up and starts eating, go in and press that button again and a green light will start glowing. That means that when your pet finishes eating, their little door will actually close on its own and you won't have to be there watching them. I find that's really useful, obviously, because then I can just go and do other things and know that their feeders will close on their own. Now, I would say that you also need to check this. So this button here is really important. So when your pet steps away, there's a length of time before the lid closes. This is determined by this little clock thing on the bottom. So if you want it to close faster, say you've got multiple pets, you've got a cat or a dog coming in who likes to thieve the food, you might want this to shut faster, so you can adjust that using this bit on the bottom. What I will say is just to use that cautiously because it can also put your pets off. So say they're eating a bit of food, they step away, it keeps opening and closing a lot, you know, when they're trying to eat. It can be a bit off-putting. I did do that with one of my girls. I set her lid to close faster and then it was really like putting her off her game. So I did end up changing it back to opening and closing a lot slower. So just a tip there. Up here, there is a little lock. You click across different directions and that is for getting off the lid. So you can literally take the lid off the feeder. If you do have problems with your feeder, you can reset it. All you need to do is press this little button with the cat on it for 10 seconds and it restores it to factory settings. These feeders have worked really well for me. My girls are all on different diets and I've popped actually some suggestions in the comments below for what I use for my girls. I've got some who are on a weight loss journey, some are on a weight gain journey. So I've popped those suggestions down below. I'm not a vet, so please go and get professional advice for your pets. But if you'd like to know what my girls are eating, I've popped that in the comments below. And last but not least, I would recommend Feliway. Now this is for cats, but I found Feliway to be very successful for helping pets through stressful situations. It's an analog of cats' facial pheromones. So there you go. The spray is especially good to use with the feeder. Just give it a little spray around that area and it helps them to feel much more relaxed when they're learning to use it. In my multi-cat household, I actually use a plug-in diffuser all the time, and then I also have this spray. The spray is great for spraying around the feeder when you're getting them used to it, but I would also highly recommend the diffuser as well. You can get refills. I refill this one all the time using the little refills that you can just, you know, plug in. So make sure you check out the comments below. I'm going to be linking to the Feliway as well. So just remember, all pets are different. Some are going to take a bit longer than others. So, you know, just be patient. They'll get there in the end. Mine took a little bit of time, but you know, now they are really used to their feeders and I use them all the time. Another happy customer. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. As you can see, I've now got a friend. Tonton has arrived. Hey babe. If you've enjoyed this video, guess what? The good news is you can grab all of these things using the links below. Everything from the feeder to the accessories, to the Feliway, even my brooches. I make these myself. All my merch as well. Everything is in the links below. So head on down, click on through. I would love it if you check those out. They are affiliate links. It means I get a tiny proportion of that, and that helps me feed my fur kids, so my rescue babies. So I'd really appreciate it if you did use those links. That would be amazing. Or meowsing. Thank you. If you enjoyed the video, I'd really appreciate it if you'd hit me with a like, maybe a subscribe, and also a share. If you've got any questions, just pop them in the comments below. Alright guys, have a meowsing week, and me and the cute little Tonton. Oh, so cute. We'll see you all again really soon.